God, there's the webcam. All right, guys, welcome back to Crunch Time, the show where you get the best NBA DFS picks each and every day. I think we have a 7-game slate here today, so it should be a good one. Joined as always here with Chris, fresh off of the squat rack. Just did your leg day. How are you feeling today, Chris?
I'm feeling pretty good. I like the slate here tonight. Similar to yesterday, or similar to 2 days ago when we had the Houston value. We have it again today. Some Sixers stuff as well with Embiid out. So it's looking like a good slate for sure.
No John Wall, Houston value?
He's been out for like the whole year, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it kind of makes me sad. I like John Wall. But yeah, let's get into it. What do we have here? I think I had the wrong wrong cover for today, but I think I switched it on the fly there. So hopefully the thumbnail on the video is the right day, but we'll see. Yeah, let's get into some success stuff. So we have Espo here from yesterday, some soccer stuff. Do you know these teams, Chris? Is that Liverpool?
Yep, Liverpool.
I don't know what
I think the other one is the Wolves. Yeah, I mean, good stuff here. He tied for first. Probably had a split between, I don't know, 20 people, something like that. But good results here.
Yeah, first place is awesome. Love to see that. So shout out to Espo. We got Mike here. What is this? NBA Giant, NBA single entry double ups. Super solid stuff there. We got T-Bay here, $4 entry fees, $7.20 back out. Good to see that. We got Westy or Doncic, both worked from Little Biscuit. Love to see that. 21 to 50, 18 to 42, 8 to 15. So awesome stuff there. Love to see that. I got Snow here. What do we have? 25 to 70. Good stuff. Then we have Aiden here with the train of pictures here. So, I mean, every single sport, every single slate, every single day. Like clockwork, he doesn't miss a single day. So awesome to see that. Just a reminder, guys, we do only cover NBA here primarily, but we do have every other slate here. Aside from the main slate, we have the showdowns, we have late slates, early slates. We have that for all the sports, all the main sports, FanDuel, DraftKings. So we do also support all those things. Then we have you over here, so 1,200 into 3,000, 2,600 to 4,200 on FanDuel. So that's pretty good. It's a pretty solid day for you, Chris. I guess we'll get into your lineups after that and then just finish the last one here. You got Low Biscuit again, 47 to 100. Love to see that. Yeah, let's go over your DraftKings one first, Chris. So you got 1,200 here, 1,300 to almost 3,000 here. So let's get right into it. I think you can see it now. Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, so the big thing here was Rashawn Holmes. He was the lowest owned guy I had. 20% there, went for almost 60. So, I mean, once he did that after the first game, it was pretty much a guaranteed win. It was just a matter of how my other guys would do just to, I don't know, see how high I could get. But they did well for the most part. Like, Derek White had that bad game. He was my second lowest owned guy. Didn't kill me because I had Bullock there, also same ownership as Derek White, and he obviously went for 32, which was like 10x for his price tag here, so that was pretty good. So that was nice there. And then the top guys, they're all pretty chalky. Like Quickly, he was an easy play, easy lock there. Magruder, same sort of thing, just way too cheap here. Burks, 61%, 4.4k, only got 18, so I mean it didn't kill me, wasn't great, but I mean, I'll live with that for 4.4k. Giannis here, pretty chalky as well, easy play there. And then LeBron, 50%. Yeah, he went for 53. I think he got the triple-double late in the game. They were up by like 30. Was kind of hunting that triple-double, which was nice to see. So he got there for me. But yeah, it was pretty solid slate. I like the construction here. I had some questions about locking in Holmes because he was the first game before that slate started, and I mean I thought it was fine. I thought he was in a good spot here. I said on the show yesterday it was like one of the sneakiest games. It had the second highest over under. Most people weren't going to be on it just because there were other spots that were really good. But yeah, Holmes here definitely got there. Bagley got hurt. I think he got hurt in the second quarter, but Holmes was already crushing before. But obviously in the second half there, that helped Holmes quite a bit. But yeah, I think he had like 20 in the first quarter anyways with Bagley playing. But yeah, that was good to see. Nice to see an injury break go my way as well.
Yep. Okay, so let's do some. So that was your DraftKings. So that was the one that you got 1,200 to 3,000. So FanDuel here, 26 to 4,200. Let's get into that one right here.
Could we just take a look at some other people on DraftKings just to see what they did?
Oh yeah, we can do that. Who do you want? Just scroll down, find a train.
Just scroll to the top. Let's see who's up there. See if there's any names. No, Just keep scrolling. I'll tell you when to stop.
Hoop.
Yeah, there's 34 there. Let's see this one. Yeah, so looks like there was so Draymond Green here, he was $100 more than Holmes. He was the chalkier option. I mean, Draymond got 22, Holmes got 60, so pretty big difference there. And then looks like he late swapped onto Marcus Morris after news came out that he was starting. So that was definitely a good swap there. I like that a lot. And then Delon right here, wasn't really considering him. Myself personally, I just didn't really like the matchup. It was the lowest over/under game. But I mean, he got there, 30 points, 29% owned, 5.6K. So that was fine there. So it was just a 3v3 here. Usually it's just going to be like a 2v2, 3v3 between lineups. Obviously mine won, but I definitely don't mind this construction. Like Draymond, super strong play at 6.5K. Marcus Morris Sr., 3.9K. Love that play as well. And then DeLon Wright as a last piece. Definitely don't mind that. So I like this construction as well.
Okay. Do you want to find anyone else here? Got McLovin here.
Yeah, we can look at that. Yeah, so Ibaka was ruled out as well. Zubac ended up getting the start. So he got Zubac here, 4.6K, 16%. Went for 32. Had Harden here, which was pretty different, 15% owned. Paid up for Harden and Giannis instead of LeBron and Giannis. So that was pretty different there. I think there's like a 3v3 here as well. Zubac, Harden, or 4v4, sorry. Zubac, Harden, Morris, Saric, and then I don't know who we had, but yeah, we had the Holmes game, which was really big. So that was definitely the difference maker there on DK.
Yeah, Holmes brought you home. But yeah, FanDuel, just another reminder, 26.42. So that's awesome. Do you want to load up another one here? Just go into yours right away first.
Yeah, just go to mine first. Yeah, so I actually made the swap to Kawhi once we got the Ibaka news. So I had Luka, and I think you can just go to the team. It got 360.
16?
360.
Oh.
Yeah, so this was my original team. It had Luka and RJ Barrett. Once I got Ibaka out, I swapped to Chris Paul and Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, I didn't mind the swap. Like I thought it was a good swap. I really liked Kawhi yesterday. He was 9.1K, so pretty cheap here. Chris Paul as well, 6.8K. I like that as well. Was talking on the show yesterday. Pretty much deciding between 3-point guards: Chris Paul, Drew Holiday, and Luka Doncic yesterday. And I was on Luka at first, and then swapped to Chris Paul. Then quickly here, LeVert, I mentioned on the show yesterday as well. This was the chalk duo. As you can see, 90% owned, 96% owned. So that didn't really matter. Bridges here, he was 5K, got 21. Wasn't the greatest game, but I mean, definitely got there. It was good enough. And then the big thing here was Julius Randle, 35%, going for 60. Yeah, that kind of made the difference there for me.
Yeah. Let's go over some chat here, see some stuff. I got Nick in here. I think he had to go. Got Brent in here. Got Swoop in here again. Chris Swoop says, "Let's go." Shout out to Swoop. It's a good name. Then we got Matthew in here. Rappaport. Do you see the? You don't see the chat, but he's got like a green name with a check mark. Don't know what that is. That's pretty cool.
Is that the real Matthew Rappaport?
Yeah, it's got to be.
I need to check this out.
He's saying Begley got hurt too, which helped. Why is Drew disappointing lately, Chris? What's up with Drew? You had him in your season-long fantasy, didn't you?
I mean, like he got what did he get here? 25. He was 5.8K. So I mean, he needed like 5 more for value, 4 more for value. So that didn't hurt at all. Like 70% owned, it was fine. Yeah, he has been kind of disappointing. Didn't get any stocks yesterday, so that was the big thing there. If he got 1 or 2 stocks, he would have hit value. So I mean, he had a decent game, really good matchup. I did like the play a lot.
Got it. Matthew's saying Google Plus got me a check mark. I didn't know that was still a thing. I thought that's like a discontinued Google product, Google Plus. But anyway, he says Drew recovering from COVID, or is him/Bledsoe not doing it this year?
No, I mean he was recovering from COVID before the break. He's not on a restriction anymore. Played 32 minutes yesterday, 32 minutes the game before as well. Just didn't get any stocks. That was the big thing. Like 2 games ago, he got 38 fantasy points. So yeah, I don't know. I didn't think he was I didn't think he was too bad, but I don't know.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, so apparently it is discontinued. So that's verified from Matthew over here. But that's how he got it. So I guess he can't get the check mark anymore if you want it. What else? He says Kuzma over Draymond. Also says from Matthew, he says you didn't go Holmes on FanDuel, Chris.
Wait, so what's the question?
He's just wondering why you didn't go Holmes on FanDuel.
Oh, I mean, Zeller was too cheap here. 4.3K, I believe. Your camera's blocking it.
Oh, brother.
But yeah, he was 4.3K, 4.9 on DK, and then Rashawn Holmes was 6.4 on DK, 6.9 I think on FanDuel. So just you got to just go with the pricing. I mean, I liked Holmes, but I didn't like him enough to play him here at FanDuel for 6.9K, or maybe he was 6.7 when we had Zeller here for 4.3. I thought that was a really good value play to kind of open guys up like Randall, Luka when I had him earlier, and then obviously swapped to Kawhi. So kind of opened up salary for these studs.
Yep. What else do we have? Cody says Derek White killed him. I think Derek White got me there the game before the last one. I think he went off. What did he get yesterday, Chris? Do you know?
Yeah, we just went over it in DK. He was in my DK lineup, so if you just go back to me.
Oh, 17. My bad.
Yeah, so he got 17 here. Didn't kill me. Like I said, I had Bullock as well. But yeah, definitely a pretty disappointing performance there.
Yep. What else? Also killed Brandon Lee as well. JC in here, John Cotter says, I had the 360 lineup. Was the opto just before lock? #money.
Yeah, like I said, it changed after the Ibaka ruled out news. So I wanted to get Kawhi in there. But I mean, both were super solid. I think the original team with Luka was a bigger train. But yeah, it was, both were solid, I think.
Yeah. What else we got? Matthew again says, getting Miami, Portland, and Houston right, I think, is the key to doing well tonight.
I don't know about Miami, because Bam is back, so we don't really have interest in Kelly Olynyk anymore. Kind of hurts Jimmy Butler, who's just priced out of the roof on FanDuel. More of a DK play if you want to land there. Some of my favorite teams today are the Thunder, the Rockets, and the Sixers.
Yep. Yeah, let's get into it, Chris. So yeah, 7 games here tonight. What's your favorite news here so far? Favorite teams or players to target with any news that you know? What are you looking at so far?
Yeah, so the Rockets, obviously no John Wall. More FanDuel plays, like they haven't priced up Kenyon Martin for some reason, or KJ Martin, whatever his name is. 3.5K still, so easy play there on FanDuel. And then the Sixers guys with Embiid out, we have interest in Simmons, Tobias Harris, Tony Bradley. More FanDuel plays as well, just because DK they're a little more expensive. And then the Thunder guys, Al Horford is out, so we have interest in guys like SGA, who gets a bigger bump. They're playing the Bulls, so really good matchup there for them. So I like Moses Brown as well. He got the start last game for Al Horford, so I expect him to get the start here again. Obviously, Bazley is out as well, so that kind of gives some usage to guys like Pokashevsky as well. Like I like him on DK, and then obviously Emmanuel Quickly, like him a lot as well, with a similar point guard situation as yesterday for the Knicks.
Yeah. What else we got? Sixers Knicks feels chalky from Matthew. Says Simmons Tobias will be popular for good reason. Thibault did well last game as well. Matisse Thibault. And people gonna play Ty Jerome too, Chris. You like those?
I don't know. I'm okay with Ty Jerome. He would have to start for me if I was going to play him. Dort is questionable, so maybe if Dort is ruled out, I'll have more interest in Ty Jerome. But I mean, I'm not really a big Ty Jerome guy. So on FanDuel, what is he here? He's a shooting guard. We have SGA, we have Quickly. So I just prefer those guys more. I also prefer Oladipo. And then on DK, he is 3.9K as well. Sorry, what's his price tag on DK?
Let me load that up for you, Chris. Oops. What is it? 4-2.
Yeah, 4-2 point guard. We have Satoransky there for 3.6K, so I prefer that. Maybe if Dort is ruled out, though, then we can play him if Ty Jerome gets the start again. Not saying he's a bad play, just not my favorite play right now.
Got it. Let's see. It says just cheap, more for DK, I think, from Matthew on that one. Ladensin here says Nerlens Noel, revenge narrative, Chris. Should we pull up some revenge narratives now or go over them later on?
We could do it now. I mean, why not?
Yeah. Matthew says Jeff Green was in the optimal last night.
Jeff Green was not in the optimal last night.
Not on ours.
Maybe a single game slate, but he was definitely not in the main slate optimal. Maybe you had randomness on, something like that. Yeah, he wasn't in the optimal.
Yeah.
So we have Clint Capella playing Houston. That's the narrative there. He played 334 games for them. Nerlens Noel against Philly, like Leighton said, I think. Reggie Bullock birthday. So I kind of like the birthday games. So he has a birthday here. I think that's it for today. So not many, but I like the Clint Capella one against Houston.
Yeah, I like the Capella one. He sat the last game, so he should be fresh. Yeah, a little bit fresher.
I think he's questionable, but yeah, if he does end up playing,
should be fresh. And the narrative there, so two things going. What else we got? Brandon here says, any concerns with SGA for DK price wise, Chris?
Definitely a better play on FanDuel, but I currently have him in my DK lineup. Like, we get the easiest matchup against the Bulls. We'll obviously go over that in a little bit. But yeah, I'm not too concerned, but he is definitely a better play on FanDuel.
Yeah. Yeah, Austin says if Capella plays. What do you think of Capella? Chances of him playing today, Chris? What does he have right now?
Questionable. I have no idea.
What is he? Left heel? Oh yeah, left heel. He had the the Achilles sprain or something, tender something. Yeah. Yeah. Let's get into it, Chris. One more question. Matthew says, "What's your favorite game to stack, or not really a game stack night?"
I actually like the high total game, which is New Orleans and Portland. I don't think it's going to be too popular. Like, CJ's back tonight, so I think people won't want to pay up for Dame. Then on the Pelicans, Zion's going to be pretty popular, but you could like pivot to Ingram, play Lonzo Ball, stuff like that. So I do like that game a lot. I think it probably goes a little underowned in regards of, I mean, for guys that aren't like the main guys like Zion.
Yeah, if you do play Ingram, Chris, you got to let us know, because that's when we have to fade him. You've said it before. When you play Ingram, he busts. When you don't, he does well. So you got to let the crunchers know what your final verdict is at the end.
Yeah, it's not looking like I'm going to play Ingram tonight. But I think in tournaments he's a good option, but I don't need him for cash games here.
Yeah, what do you think of this one from Matthew? Says Dame might be better with CJ.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think today will really matter for Dame. Like, I expect CJ to have a pretty strict minutes limit, like probably somewhere from 16 to 20 minutes. Like, he had a foot injury. It wasn't an upper body injury. So, I mean, his conditioning is probably not where it needs to be. So, I mean, I do like the spot for Dame a lot, just because I don't think many people will play him because CJ is back.
Is he priced down a bit, or like Dame, or just regular old pricing without CJ? As if CJ wasn't there, I mean.
No, he's just normal price, 10-1 on FanDuel, 10-8 on DK, so hasn't been bumped down. But I mean, it's a good spot for him anyways. Like, I think they're one of the highest implied team totals at 120, so it's a good spot.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into it, Chris. So the first game here, already got it loaded up. We have the Jazz against the Celtics. Utah side, there's nothing noted for them, just their projected starters. We have Mike Conley, Donovan Mitchell, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Royce O'Neal, and Rudy Gobert. Who do you like here on the Utah side, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, there's not too much here. Like we've seen Gobert go for these crazy games recently. He's 8.2K on DK, 8.8 on FanDuel, so it's really hard to get to him in my opinion. But we know he has that ceiling if he gets those stocks. He had 6 combined stocks last game, 6 blocks the game before that. So he's definitely been playing well. It's a pretty good matchup here against Boston. I kind of like targeting bigs against Boston for the most part. So I don't mind him if you want to kind of chase that game log. Play him in tournaments. I wouldn't do it in cash games. No one here interests me in cash games. But I do like Gobert here in tournaments. I don't mind Donovan Mitchell either. If you want to pivot off of SGA, go down to Donovan or up to Donovan on FanDuel. No problems with that either. I think he's a pretty good play here. I like this game a lot. Probably more of a game that I'm excited to watch than play in DFS. So it's one of those games. But I do like Donovan here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like they're healthy. They're healthy for the most part. Like we don't have Conley out like we have in the past. So I mean, they're all priced where they should be. So just the main 2 guys for me if I'm gonna play them in tournaments.
Yep. Let's see. Got some more stuff on Dame here. Layton says Dame is money at home. Matthew also said Dame had ceiling games with CJ. So yeah, I mean Dame's pretty good even with CJ. Like his price tag was what? It's probably high 9K even with CJ, right?
Yeah, I mean it's not like a huge bump down for him.
Yeah.
It's a bump down to guys like Trent, guys like Melo, who have been getting more shots and stuff ever since CJ has gone down. But yeah, Dame is still an awesome play here.
Yeah. What do we have? Do you know what we have him for projected ownership today? Do you think he's going to go? You said this game might go. Sorry, that game, the Portland game, might go a little underlooked, under owned there, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to be like we have him at 27% owned, so it's pretty high. We project him for 48. So yeah, I don't know. Like I just think relative to other plays, he's going to go under owned, but he's still going to have plenty of ownership. He's Damian Lillard. Like everyone knows he can go for 70 on any night. So they do like to play him.
Yeah, fair. Okay, let's do the Celtics here, other half of this game. So we have Tristan Thompson, who I think we just got word like an hour ago, health and safety protocol for him. Romeo Langford, also health and safety protocol for him. Projected starters, we have Kemba Walker, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Daniel Tice. Who do you like there, Chris, on the Celtics?
So there's not too much here for me. Like if you wanna play Tice with Thompson out here, I don't mind it. He's 4.2K on DK, FanDuel 4.7. So I mean it's a fine price tag. Like I don't love it, I don't hate it. If you land there as the last piece in cash games, no problems with that. If you land there in DK as the last piece in tournaments, don't mind that either. We've seen the ceiling with him. He should see safer minutes here with Thompson out, so don't mind him. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Kemba Walker, these guys, they're all fine plays. If this game stays close, obviously it's gonna be because of them. So I mean, I'm fine with them. If I had to pick my favorite guy here, I'll go with Jaylen Brown. He's 7.9K on DK, 7.6 on FanDuel. His game log hasn't been good. He hasn't looked too good recently. But I mean, the minutes are still there. He's still getting the shots, so I'm fine playing Jaylen Brown if you want to go there. But personally, I'm not really interested in these Celtics too much. With Smart being back, with Kemba being healthy, I don't think we need to play these guys when we have so many other spots like Thunder with injuries, the Knicks with injuries, Pelicans in a really good game environment, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm not too interested here in the Celtics.
Okay. On the Celtics, we do have a comment here from Matthew. Says, Robbie Williams, risky punt. Do you like that as a punt, Chris?
I mean, he's not really priced like a punt anymore. That's the thing. He's 5.6 on DK, 6K on FanDuel. So he's been playing really well. But with his minutes, like I don't expect him to get more than probably 22 minutes here even with Thompson out. But if you want to play him at this price tag, I don't think he's going to be very high owned. So yeah, I don't hate it in tournaments, but can't do it in cash games.
Okay. Let's see. Wendy says BI worth 7.7K on FanDuel. What do you think of that, Chris?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely not a bad price tag. Like 7-7 on FanDuel, 8-1 on DK. It's not a bad price tag. Just not really landing there in FanDuel right now. I like the Rockets guys in Kevin Porter and Kenyon Martin, and if I'm spending up, I like LeBron there actually.
Okay. Let's jump into the next game. We have the New York Knicks here against the Philadelphia 76ers. Knicks side, we have Austin Rivers out for them, Mitch Robinson out, and Derrick Rose out. Alfred Payton doubtful again. Projected starters quickly: R.J. Barrett, Reggie Bullock, Julius Randle, Nerlens Noel. Julius Randle went off last game, Chris. Monster game. Who do you like here on the Knicks?
Yeah, so I mean, I'll start up top with Julius Randle. I think he's a really good play on FanDuel here again. 9.2K still. On DK, he's still priced up. He's 9.9 over there. So definitely prefer him on FanDuel. I think he's a better play here. Just handles the ball a lot more ever since Rose, Peyton, and Austin Rivers have been out. So, yeah, I definitely don't mind Randle here. They're implied to score 106, so it's not the greatest game environment here. They're playing the Sixers, who have been pretty good defensively. No Joel Embiid, so that should hurt them a little bit. But I do like Randle here. I think he's a really good spend-up option in cash games, in tournaments. Like, we've seen him flash his ceiling in the last 2 games. So I think he's a solid play there. But my favorite Nick here is going to be Emmanuel Quickly. He's 5.2K on FanDuel, 5.8 on DK. Expect him to get the start here again. Peyton's doubtful, so I don't expect him to play. So Quickly's my guy here. Really like the price tag. We've seen him just chuck the ball when he gets the minutes. He shot 19 times last night, 16 the game before that. So, I mean, we're getting a guy who chucks 20 shots per game at 5.8K on DK, 5.2 on FanDuel. I expect him to be just as popular as he was yesterday, probably going to be 90% owned in cash games. So can't fade that. Really like him there on both sites. Tournaments, I like him as well. I just think he has a really good opportunity to hit his ceiling here. So that's that for Quickly. RJ Barrett, we saw him have the big game yesterday as well. He's 5.7 on FanDuel, 6.2 on DK. Another guy that I kind of prefer more on FanDuel. We've seen him flash his ceiling as well in the last 2 games ever since Peyton and Rose have been out. So I do like him a lot. I think he can definitely give you the upside to win a tournament. Not really landing on him in cash games right now, but just because of the matchup. But I do like him a lot in tournaments here. And then down the list even more, Alec Burks, Reggie Bullock. These 2 guys, I think they're fine value plays. I like them more on DK. So Burks is 4.7, Bullock is 3.8. If you're landing on any of those guys, don't mind that. But yeah, for the most part, it's going to be Quickly for me. It's going to be Randle if you want to spend up here, and then I like Barrett. So those 3 guys are my favorite here from the Knicks.
Gotcha. We had a question from David on Bullock. You just went over that. FC's wondering SGA or Donovan Mitchell, Chris.
I'll say SGA, both formats.
Okay. And then Austin's commenting on the tough matchup against the Sixers here for Julius Randle, Chris, with probably going to be Ben Simmons on him, if you had to guess, or who?
Yeah, I mean, not too sure. I mean, probably Ben Simmons. Usually guards the best players. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Ben Simmons is obviously a really good defender. But, yeah, I'm currently not landing on Randle in my lineup, but I do like him as a play still, even if Ben is on him. I think he's a little underpriced on FanDuel.
I think Austin's saying it's going to be Tobias on him. Would you like Tobias more on Simmons if you had Randle, Chris? Does it not make too much of a difference here?
Yeah, I would much rather have Tobias on Randle if I had Randle than Simmons on Randle. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think it will really matter. Like, he's gonna have the ball in his hands so much. I don't know.
Okay. Royal King's asking, is there a way to check player ownerships on FanDuel on mobile?
Yeah, you have to scroll. So you can see it here. Not that far, but yeah, you can see the PO column here. So you would just have to scroll to it.
Yep. Just scroll to the right. You can also actually adjust your columns if you click. I don't know if you can do it on mobile actually, but if you open this thing here, you can adjust all your columns. You can even remove certain columns, like for example the position column here. I'll just quickly show it. If you don't want to see that, you just remove that. If you remove the team, opposing team, so you can remove, you can change the order, for example, like if I want to put the team column ahead of the position like that, you can do that. You can also drag it here, move it around like that. So you can definitely customize it how you like, just see what you want to see. Matthew's saying, who's your favorite top scoring center on the slate, Chris?
Top scoring center. I don't know. I'm kind of landing in the value range with Moses Brown at center. That's my preferred guy there. If I had to pick a top scoring center, let me see here. Yeah, so I would say Cat. I think we have him projected for 5 points over Gobert, who's the next highest. So I would say Cat.
Yep. Okay, let's do the other half here. So Philadelphia, nothing there. I'm just guessing it's Embiid out for them. Projected starters, we have Benjamin Simmons, Seth Curry, Danny Green, Tobias Harris, and was that Tony Bradley at the 5 for them. No Embiid here, Chris. What does that change for us, if anything, here?
It changes a ton. I mean, it just makes these guys more viable. Like Ben Simmons, I think he's a really good play on FanDuel, 8.2K. So these guys are kind of more FanDuel viable opposed to DK here today, just like many of the other teams we talked about. I promise we'll get to more DK guys later. But yeah, Ben Simmons here, 8.2K on FanDuel, 9K on DraftKings. So I really like the price tag on FanDuel. Don't love it on DK. Pace down spot for the Sixers against the Knicks. So yeah, I do like Simmons here. I think he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot with Embiid out. We've seen him have some down games in the past few games. Only played 26 minutes last time against the Spurs. That was the first game that Embiid missed, but he still got 33 fantasy points. So he was playing really well, point per minute. That game just blew out, so he didn't get his full minutes, his full run there. But I do really like him here today. If you want to play him on DraftKings, I think he's a good tournament option there, just because I don't think he's going to be too popular at point guard, because there's value guys there like Quickly, like Satoransky. But yeah, like I said, love him on FanDuel. Next up, Tobias Harris here, 7.8K, also more of a FanDuel guy. On DK's 8.5K. Don't really want to pay 8.5K for Tobias Harris. We have other guys in that range. You can play Zion instead on DraftKings. I like Zion a lot more. But on FanDuel, where he's 7.8, definitely don't mind Tobias Harris here. Not locking him in or anything like that, but I do think he's a good play. And then last guy here I'll mention is going to be Tony Bradley. Minimum on FanDuel, 3.5K, so he kind of opens things up for us. DraftKings, 3.7K, so that's a good price tag there as well. Expect him to get the start here against the Knicks. Knicks play pretty big. They always have a center. They always have either Noel or Gibson on the court. Maybe not always, but for most of the game. So I expect Bradley not to get run off the court here. Obviously, they have Dwight Howard behind him. But I do expect Bradley to get at least 20 minutes here. So I don't mind him here for his price tag. I think he gives us pretty good value here.
Okay. FC, I think first he asked SGA or Mitchell. Now he's just asking about Mitchell, Chris. We just went over, it was the first game, so maybe just a summary. Donovan Mitchell, Chris, your thoughts on him today?
Yeah, I'm fine with him. Only reason I don't love him is because I just prefer guys like SGA over him. Even Oladipo, obviously not straight up over Donovan, but point per dollar wise. But yeah, I have no problems with Mitchell here. Like, it's a big game against Boston. I imagine it's a national TV game. Let me just check. Yeah, so it's the first game on TNT tonight. So I kind of like the national TV games. So yeah, I have no problems playing Mitchell. I just prefer SGA over him.
Okay. Let's go into the next one. We have the Atlanta Hawks against the Houston Rockets. Atlanta's side, we have Chris Dunn out for them. DeAndre Hunter also out. Clint Capella questionable. And Onika Kongwu is also questionable. Projected starters, we have Trae Young, Kevin Huerter, Tony Snell, John Collins, and Clint Capella. I think last time out we had the Capella news, so it bumped our interest in Collins a bit. Today we have Capella still questionable, Chris. So what does that do for us here on the Houston side?
I mean, if Capella plays, I can't really play John Collins. Can't play Capella. But it's a good matchup here. Like you always say, you love targeting the Rockets with bigs.
Yeah.
Obviously, PJ Tucker isn't playing anymore, but still, they don't have many bigs. Like they're running Justin Patton as their main big. So I don't mind these guys. Like if Clint Capella plays, he's going to be very low owned with the questionable tag. So I really like him in tournaments there. But as always, my favorite guy here is going to be Trae Young. Specifically on FanDuel today, he's 9K over there. DK priced him up for this matchup. He's 10.2K. The Hawks here are implied to score 118 points. So that's pretty high. So I definitely have interest in Trae Young on FanDuel in cash games, 9K. Outside of him, no one here for cash games. Just going to be on Clint Capella in tournaments if he does end up playing. If he doesn't play, then I'll be on John Collins a lot. So I'll definitely make some swaps if we get that news. But yeah, currently my strategy is to fade the first game. It's at 7:30. It's the Utah-Boston game, and then wait for this Clint Capella news, which is the next game at 8 p.m. Because I do think this news is huge. If Capella is out, John Collins will become a great play. So just to summarize, mainly on Trae Young on FanDuel. If Clint Capella is out, love John Collins. If Clint Capella is in, I like Clint Capella a lot in tournaments.
Okay. Let's do the Houston side. I think I mentioned that we were going over we did Atlanta first, but when I saw Capella, I said Houston Rockets. I'm just used to seeing Capella on the Rockets. That's what I think of, but mix that one up. But yeah, Houston side, we have David Nwaba out, PJ Tucker out, Kurik's out, John Wall out. We have Daniel House, questionable tag, Ben McLemore, questionable tag, and Christian Wood, doubtful still. Projected starters, Kevin Porter Jr., Victor Oladipo, Danuel House, Jason Tate, and Justin Patton. Before we get into that, just a question here from T-Bay. Thomas Bay says Oladipo or SGA?
SGA for sure.
Okay. And then, yeah, what do you like here on the Houston side, Chris?
Yeah, so it's mainly, well, not mainly, but it's one guy that really stands out for me on FanDuel, KJ Martin, or Kenyon Martin, his name on FanDuel is. Yeah, he's still the minimum for some reason. Been playing 30 minutes in his last 3 games ever since he came back from the G League bubble, or last 4 games actually. So I like him a lot here. I think he's one of my favorite value plays on FanDuel. He's going to be a lock for me. Currently have him in my core. So I love him there. Outside of that, we have guys like, these guys are also a little more FanDuel viable, like Kevin Porter. He's 6K on FanDuel, 7K on DraftKings. Don't really want to pay 7K for Kevin Porter when Oladipo is in, but I don't mind paying 6K for him here on FanDuel. But currently not landing there, but I do really like him as a play. I think he has a lot of upside if his shot is falling. So I like him a lot in FanDuel tournaments. I expect him to be pretty popular as well, so don't expect him to go underlooked there. And then Victor Oladipo, 7-7 on FanDuel, 8-3 on DK. That's a good price tag as well for me. If this game stays close, I think a lot of it will have to do with Victor Oladipo. So same sort of thing. I prefer him on FanDuel just because he's cheaper. But I do think he's a good play on both sites.
Okay. Let's go into the next one. We have the Cleveland Cavaliers against the Miami Heat. Cleveland side, we have Taurean Prince out, Matthew Dellavedova out, and then Kevin Love is doubtful. Projected starters, Darius Garland, Colin Sexton, Isaiah Coro, Larry Nance Jr., and Jarrett Allen. Kevin Love, Chris, he played last game, but he was hurting a lot. Is that the thing there?
Yeah, he played a minute, and he got hurt. He re-aggravated his calf injury. But yeah, I have no interest in the Cavs here. Like maybe Larry Nance on DK. He's the only guy, 4.7K. If you want to go there for value, don't mind it. But yeah, I'm not interested in the Cavs here. I don't love this game.
Yeah, about Kevin Love, I wanted to ask, do you think is his career as good as done? Does he have another year in him? Like, what do you see with Kevin Love, not DFS wise?
It's just the injury. Like if he's healthy, he's definitely he can play for as long as he wants. He can shoot the ball. He can space the floor. Obviously, he's slow, not a great defender anymore. But yeah, his career is definitely not anywhere close to being over. I don't think unless he retires because he doesn't want to deal with the injuries anymore.
Yeah, definitely tough dealing with all those. Wendy says, how much playing time do you think Kmart Jr. gets?
Depends on if House comes back today. He's questionable. Macklemore's questionable as well. Macklemore's been in there. So if Macklemore's out and House is in, I expect a similar rotation to before, just sort of having House replace Macklemore in the rotation. So I kind of expect like 28 minutes. We've seen him get up to 30, 32, but I think 28 is a safe floor for him. And for 3.5K, I just think that's way too cheap.
Yeah. FC's asking about Sexton, Chris, with two question marks there, so you know it's an important question. What do you think of Sexton?
No, I can't play Sexton here. They're implied to score 98 points, so this is only two digits. Two-digit implied team total at 98, which is pretty crazy. We don't see that in today's NBA. So this game just doesn't interest me at all. It's a 207 over/under, which is the lowest on the slate, and then it has the highest spread as well, sitting at 11, favoring the Heat.
Yeah, we're going to see some really good defense there, so I'm excited for that game. Yeah, also, what do we have? Matthew says, hot take, you can make a FanDuel lineup without spending up and cash tonight. Maybe not takedown, but cash.
What do you mean by not spending up?
I guess leave a bit of salary on the table.
I don't know if you could do that. I think you need, because there's a lot of studs here. Like we have Trae Young, we have LeBron James, we have SGA, Oladipo. So I don't know.
Okay. Also says KP Martin going to be 99.9% owned in tournaments. Yeah, Matthew says all guys under 5 to 6K. Do you think you can do it?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know about
you'd
that.
rather
It's
pay up, right? If you have extra money, why wouldn't you?
well, I mean, that was his hot take, so it's not meant to be right. But yeah, that's definitely a hot take.
Could you do it?
I don't think so.
You're saying I'm not saying to do it, but you could.
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. Why not? I could see it. Yeah. So next up, we have the Heat news here. So we have Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, Gabe Vincent, all probable tags. Avery Bradley with the questionable tag. Projected starters: Kendrick Nunn, Jimmy Butler, Duncan Robinson, Kelly Olynyk, and Bam Adebayo. What are your thoughts on the Heat today, Chris?
Same thing as the Cavs here. It's just a super low total, high spread. Just don't want to play anyone here. Bam is back, so not really interested in Jimmy Butler too much here. He's 11K on FanDuel, 9.8 on DK. So if you want to play him, do it on DK in tournaments. Don't mind that. But other than that, can't do anything here.
Yeah. Cage is asking, are you doing the 30 like giveaway? We are doing it, so yeah, we'll do it again. So the way it works, if we hit 30 likes on a video, we'll do a free weekly pass for our optimizer. Every 5 likes after 30 is another one, and then if we ever hit 50 again, that's another month. So you get a month giveaway, so it does add up. So 35 will be 2, 43, so on and so forth. And then just another reminder, if you're new here, want to try out our optimizer for yourself, there is a free 3-day trial for all new members. So you're not charged until after the 3rd day. You have 72 hours from when you sign up. So you could try it out for free. You get access to all the sports, all the slates, our Discord, everything during that trial. So definitely try that out. No coupon code or anything required as well. So there's that. Yeah, let's get into the next game, Chris. We have OKC Thunder against the Chicago Bulls here. OKC side, we have Al Horford, out, Josh Hall out, Darius Baisley out, and George Hill out. Questionable tag for Legwens Dort, and then we have Svi Mihailuk. He is in for them, and so is Theo Maledon. Projected starters: SGA, Theo Maledon, Legwens Dort over here, Pokuševski, and Brown. What's his first name? Moses Brown. Who do you like here on the Thunder today, Chris?
Yeah, so I have a lot of interest here. As most people know who have watched the show, the Bulls here are one of my favorite teams to target whenever I can. Love playing bigs against them. Love playing scores against them. So, I mean, today's no different. Like, no Al Horford here. We're expecting Moses Brown to get the start. He's one of my favorite value plays on the slate. 4.2K on FanDuel, 3.5 on DK. So, really good price tag on both sites, in my opinion. So, I like him a lot. He's one of my favorite value plays, like I said, both sites. And then another guy that's a little FanDuel specific is going to be SGA here, 8K. He's on the cover. He's one of my favorite spend ups, one of my favorite studs. I love him in FanDuel in both formats. DraftKings, it's a little bit more of a question just because he's 8.8K over there. Might be a little hard to pay up for that price tag on DraftKings. But I do like that a lot in tournaments. I think he could go for 60 here, 60 fantasy points. Without Al Horford, his usage rate goes up a little bit. And obviously no Baisley as well, so that helps him. So I love SGA on FanDuel, like him a lot in DraftKings tournaments. If I land there in DraftKings cash, I'm fine with it. And then next up, we can talk about Pokuševski. He's 4.4K on FanDuel, or sorry, on DK, 4.5 on FanDuel. We saw him have the huge game last time out when he got the start. Baisley was also out for that game. So I think if Dort ends up being ruled out here, Pokuševski will get more of a bump. But we'll have to see who they start. That's what I'm kind of waiting on. Yeah, I do like him for his price tag. If you're landing there as the last piece, no problems with that. So I like him. And then guys like Jerome, not too high on him. Like, we saw him have the big game last time out. He started. Maledon was out that game, though, so that kind of helped him. Maledon's back today, so can't really play Ty Jerome today, in my opinion. And then last guy here, Roby. If for whatever reason they start Roby here instead of Moses Brown, we're going to be off of Moses Brown and onto Roby. I don't think many people will play Roby here, assuming he's coming off the bench. But I do think he's really sneaky. Like I said, we love targeting the Bulls whenever we can with bigs. Who knows? Moses Brown could get into early foul trouble. They could go to Roby. Roby could play 34 minutes here and just go for 50 fantasy points, something like that. So I really like Roby here in this matchup. He's my sneaky guy on the Thunder. But yeah, that's it for them.
Yeah, I mean, even we have these projections for Roby here. Is this assuming that we have Brown starting here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so even then, he's still not too bad of a play, like around 5x here on DK, a bit over 5x on FanDuel, 5.4. So I kind of like that as a tournament play for Roby. It's a good take. I like that one. Before we do the Bulls, some questions here. AJ Davidson says, can you give us your top spend up option and your favorite value play on DK? Do you want to do that now, or should we just do that at the end like we usually do, Chris?
I mean, yeah, I could just go over it quickly. So my favorite spend up right now is going to be LeBron on DK, 10.5K. Really like that going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then for value, I like Moses Brown a lot, like Satoransky. We have Quickly, who's 5'8", so he's not like a cheap value guy, but I do like him point per dollar. But yeah, favorite guys are going to be Brown and Satoransky for value on DK.
Okay. Also, Davidson says OKC and chalky. We have Matthews line that has 19.2K left, Chris. Let's go over that one at the end. I'll lock it in. We can look at it some more. Austin says Fee starts tomorrow. FC says Zion or Tobias, Chris.
Zion for sure. If you have the money. Depends on the site. Like, I prefer Tobias because he gives us a little bit. He's $600 cheaper, so it opens things up that I think matter. But if it was just a 1v1, definitely Zion.
Okay. Dinda here says he's number 30 30th like here in the house, giving us the 3 roses, Chris. Is that going to be the good luck one? Good luck charm?
Hopefully.
Mike says, can you guys add your favorite tournament picks, GPP picks, like you do with the core on the tool?
Yeah, we can. You could do that, Gary.
But you give your favorite tournament pick every day. You could just add the one, no?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. For me, I don't like touting individual tournament picks just because a lot of it has to do with leverage, how you're leveraging your entire lineup, stuff like that. Like for cash games, it's easier because there's just obvious plays that I think need to be in every lineup. For tournaments, kind of depends on your construction. Like you can game stack. If you game stack one game, then my core doesn't really mean anything. I mean, tournament cores, they're kind of a scam, to be honest. Like if they were such great plays, everyone would have them in their cash games. Yeah, I don't know. Like I give my tournament play, I give my favorite tournament play, but yeah, I don't know about a core.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I like that take. They're kind of a scam. Everyone here has been getting scammed with their tournament plays, but I am with you because I feel like it's more important not to have like one tournament pick, but to kind of like it's more about your construction, I think, and how your build works out. What script you're going with, who on the field maybe you're matching the field with, who you're like over, who you're like leveraging, who you're going under over the field, all those sort of things. So I think that stuff matters a bit more than 1 or 2 picks because like maybe there's 2 picks that you like, but you wouldn't want them in the same build, if that makes sense as well. So I think you're right there. The cash ones are a bit easy. I don't know. It's not easier. Is it easier, Chris? But they just make more sense, I feel like.
Well, I mean, in tournaments, when I do play tournaments, I do think it's good to lock in a core. So, I mean, you could just use my cash core. Like, the cash core is my favorite players on each site every day. So, those are the guys that I think are pretty much guaranteed to get there. So, yeah, you could lock in those guys, and then for your other plays, do different things.
I mean, you could also do this. Like, you could find Chris's core here, for example. Put in Shea, put in Ben, put in Martin, and then you could just increase that all the way so there's no cap if you want to add more, but then maybe just put like at least two of these guys or something like that. Then you could also like randomize their projections as well when you're building, something like that, because then you have like the same core of guys in there, more or less in each one. So that's an option. I sometimes do that. So you could also do that. There's a few ways to do it, but I feel like you're right though. I feel like stuff like that is more useful than like a tournament core. But yeah, I don't know. Interesting question. But yeah, let's go. Where were we? The Bulls. I think we have to do the Bulls now. So Chicago side, what do we have? We have Devin Dotson back in for them. Garrett Temple out. Projected starters, Tom Satoransky, Zach LaVine, Pat Williams, Thad Young, and how do you say it? Lauri Markkanen. Who do you like there, Chris, on the Bulls today?
I thought you loved Lauri Markkanen. You forgot how to say his first name?
No, is it Lowry or Laurie? Like I hear it different ways. So I do like him.
I think
is
it's
it like
Lowry.
Kyle Lowry? Lowry?
Yeah, but yeah, I'll start here. I think one of my favorite value plays, like I mentioned when I was answering a question earlier, is Thomas Satoransky on DraftKings specifically, where he's 3.6K. Currently have him in my core there. I really like him. I think he's just super solid, super safe. I think he could easily pay off this price tag. Kobe White is coming off the bench now, so that obviously helps Satoransky. He got the start last game, played 25 minutes, got 34 fantasy points. So yeah, Satoransky, definitely my favorite play here on the Bulls side. It's a pace down spot for the Bulls. So, I mean, we're not going to have too much interest outside of where kind of salary gives us interest in guys, if that makes any sense. So yeah, that's going to be Sato on DK. And then my next favorite guy here is going to be Lauri Markkanen, actually. He's 5.5K on FanDuel, 6K on DK. I think he's a decent option here tonight. He's been, obviously came off that injury. I think he missed a month. He's been back ever since the All-Star break. He's been playing pretty solid, like getting 30 fantasy points pretty consistently. Minutes have been trending upwards, so definitely don't mind Lauri Markkanen. I think he's a pretty good play, pretty safe play. I think he's a solid cash option if you're landing in that range.
Yeah, I just looked it up on Basketball Reference. It is like Kyle Lowry, Markkanen, not Laurie. I just heard it a few different ways. Wasn't too sure there. I was thinking about it when I was saying, but I always say Lowry. Let's see what we got. Last night finished on blowouts, hoping for no blowouts from Matthew. Trae Young makes my stomach hurt daily.
I like Trae Young a lot. I haven't played him too many times this season, but yeah, I'm excited to play him here on FanDuel. I think he makes a really good play here.
Yeah. Matthew says this. Chris says, if something is a strong cash build, it should do well in tournaments.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a single lineup guy. I play my lineup in every contest. So yeah, I'm with you there.
Dennis says Kawasaki washed Porzingis' face with that dunk last night. Kawasaki, Kawhi.
Did you see it? I saw it.
I kind of saw it. I think I saw like a small replay cut, like into a commercial or something. But I'll check it out.
The end of the game.
Huh?
It was really nice. It was near the end of the game.
Can we get a streamable in the Discord later on?
We might be able to.
Requesting a stream, or maybe we can get it on the show if you can send it to me on Discord. I'll open it. But yeah, let me load up the next game. Maybe you can find it now if you have time. Yeah, so next up we have New Orleans Pelicans against the Portland Trailblazers. New Orleans side first, we have JJ Redick out. Nikhil Alexander-Walker is in. Projected starters, Lonzo Ball, Eric Bledsoe, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, and Steven Adams. Thoughts on the Pelicans today, Chris?
Yeah, so I sent you the streamable, and then my thoughts on the Pelicans, similar to always, like it's the two main guys here. It's Zion and Ingram. Obviously, I prefer Zion. I just feel like he's much safer with his floor. He seems to get there every game for us. So I prefer Zion there, but I mean, I have no problems playing Ingram here. Going up against the Blazers, they're also one of my favorite matchups, just like the Bulls. So I mean, I love this spot for both of these guys. Zion is 8-4 on FanDuel, 8-7 on DK. Ingram is 7-7 on FanDuel, 8-1 on DK. So I mean, if I land on any of them on either site, more than okay with it in cash games. Love it in tournaments as well. These guys basically run this team. The ball goes through them every possession. So love them in both formats.
Nice. So Portland side, we have Harry Giles questionable, CJ McCollum back in. So that's his first time in, what was it, like how many, 2 months, 3 months? 2 or 3 months. Projected starters there. We have Lillard, McCollum, Derek Jones Jr., Rocco, and Enes Kanter. So I think we used to see, what is it, like Trent starting there instead of CJ. So you said this before, CJ returning doesn't hurt Lillard as much, hurts guys like Melo, Trent, guys like that. So we also have seen Lillard do well with CJ before, so it was never an issue before. Maybe, I mean, I feel like his ceiling's there every single game, every single night, even with McCollum in there. I think Matthew said it before, says it might actually help him more. So I personally have no issues with Lillard's price tag, but I am interested in McCollum, Chris, today. Is there any word about the minutes restriction today? Like, what do we know about McCollum today?
Yeah, there's got to be a restriction. I just can't play him. He had the foot injury, out for 2 months. Yeah, no chance that I play him. Just way too risky with the minutes, potential minutes limit, which I do think will be there. Even if there isn't a restriction, like it'll take time for him to get his rhythm back. It's his first game in 2 months, like I keep saying. 8.7 on FanDuel, just a crazy price tag. No way I can play that. DK 7.5 for McCollum. I mean, if you want to, sure. I don't think it's a good option. But yeah, the Blazers here are implied to score 120, so that's the highest on the entire slate for a team. So I mean, I'm gonna have interest in one guy, and that's gonna be Dame. Don't love it on DraftKings where he's 10.8K. I think that's too high. But on FanDuel where he's 10.1, I think that's a fair price tag for him. We saw him go for 74 fantasy points last game against the Pelicans. Obviously, I'm not expecting that again, but I do think he can pay off the 10.1K price tag on FanDuel. So if you're landing there at point guard, if you don't want to play Trae Young, want to go up to Dame, I don't hate that. But for me, I'm probably going to stay away here for the most part. Just kind of wait and see how they handle things, how things change. But yeah, like I said, I do think McCollum will be on a minutes limit.
Yeah. Well, if he's not, let's just say he isn't. It seems like everything's pointing towards him being on one, but let's just say he isn't, Chris. Is there any way you see him getting there? Like maybe, I mean, if I feel like if he's not on a minutes restriction, he plays well. Do you think his price tag is fair in that scenario? For tournaments, obviously.
I think if he plays well, he'll get you at most 5x. Like it's not like a Karis LeVert situation where we had him 3.9K on FanDuel. Like we have McCollum almost 9K on FanDuel, 7.5K on DK. Like I don't think he can get you 40 points here tonight. And even if he does, that's 5x. Like sure, you get him at 2%, 3% owned, but I mean it's only 5x. Like it's not gonna give you a chance to take something down.
Weren't we seeing him at like the 9 like high price tag earlier this season at some point? I'm not saying that's the form he'll be today, but wasn't he kind of trending up prior to the injury? Wasn't he? I think he was exceeding a lot of expectations production wise earlier in the season, right?
Yeah, he was playing out of his mind. But like I said, I think that he needs some time to get back into rhythm, even if he's not on a restriction. Like it's hard to just come back your first game, drop, I don't know, 50, 60 fantasy points that he probably needs to be in the winning lineup.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. I think we've got some comments here maybe on this game, so let's go over it. Let's see. Matthew says, do back-to-backs actually hurt teams or no?
I mean, depends on the guy. Like, we saw Kawhi on the back-to-back yesterday. So first game of the back-to-back 2 days ago, he played like 30 minutes and it blew out. Yesterday he played 40 minutes in the back-to-back, so that was pretty surprising to see. But I don't think it matters too much. Like I think it's definitely a little bit kind of overblown, if that makes sense. A little bit overrated. Like I definitely don't value it too much. I think these guys, like they're professional athletes. They're not going to get tired too easily. The only concern is guys who get their minutes restricted in back-to-backs.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I think it's more about guys who have like the injuries, things like that for back-to-backs. But overall, like team performance, you don't think it has too much of an impact, Chris? If there's like it's more for individual players, right?
Yeah, I don't factor it into anything. Like I didn't even know who's on a back-to-back today. The only team I see are the Knicks. But I mean, I have interest in Quickly, who I don't think will have any restrictions in a back-to-back. Randall, same sort of thing. Barrett, same thing. Only guy on the Knicks who I would be concerned with would be someone like Derrick Rose, but obviously he's out. So yeah, I'm not too concerned with that.
Okay. Let's see. David says Zion has been flat since the All-Star break.
He was also flat in the All-Star game, but they've been in blowouts. Like the three games since All-Star break. So the first one against Minnesota, they lost 135 to 105. He only played 30 minutes. Second game, they won 116 to 182 against the Cavs. He only played 18 minutes. And then last game against the Clippers, 135 to 115. He played 32 minutes. So yeah, a lot of that stuff has been due to blowouts. I wouldn't put too much concern there.
Got it. See, Matthew says, is Garry Trent Jr. going to run second unit, though? Well, right now, that's what we have projected. I feel like matchup-wise, it makes sense as well. Like, who would you sit instead of Trent? I feel like Trent's in the second unit prior to the injury too, right?
No, I think he means like, is he going to run it? Like, is he going to be the main guy there?
Oh.
But no, before the injury, we saw their rotation. They took CJ out early in the first. They let Dame play the whole first quarter. Then they put CJ back. So they always have one of those two guys on the court. So yeah, I can't play Trent here for this price tag. Maybe in tournaments, like just because most people will be off of him. He can obviously shoot very well. He can catch fire quickly. That would be the only reason, but I don't think he's going to be like the main guy on the second unit just because they don't split the minutes, but they always have one of Dame or CJ on the court.
Yeah, but yeah, Matthew here's he's saying if CJ is limited, Trent.
Yeah, I mean, I still think that if he's limited, he'll still got a bulk of his minutes without Dame. Like they'll want him there, like where he's the main guy, even if he's limited.
Yep. What else we have? World King also says definitely limited for CJ. Austin has a DK question for you, Chris. He says, cheap center, Moses versus Bradley for tournaments, or just play both?
Yeah, I mean, I'll say Moses Brown. You don't need to play both, but I'll say Moses Brown if I had to pick one, just because I mean he has Roby behind him, but Roby plays the 4 as well. For Tony Bradley, he's splitting minutes directly with Dwight Howard, so that's my only concern there. I think Moses Brown has a safer route to getting minutes here, and he's playing the Bulls. I love targeting the Bulls with bigs.
Yeah. Matthew says Dame's going to pass to CJ often tonight. Also says Trent can get you 30 to 40 at 5'3". Touched on that already, Trent there. So he also says Lakers are back-to-back. Then KJ says, since LeBron plays 7:30 and he's probable, let's say he doesn't play due to the back-to-back, do we get Ingram, Chris?
Well, I mean, I think he's going to play. Like he's probable, but if he doesn't play for whatever reason, I think there would be other swaps. Like, because if I don't know when we would get word that he's not playing. I think it would be before, but yeah, we would have to swap to someone like Ingram. We would. I don't know. It really depends. Like if we have Zion in the lineup, we would have to bring him down, go to Kuzma. I don't know. It really depends.
Yeah, it'd be a few swaps if I had to guess. Let's see. Espo in here says, don't have anything to say, just listening. What's up, Carlo? Matthew says Portland needs Trent production, just looking for pieces to take down, etc. Let's do the other half here. Wait, we did this whole game, right? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I just want to touch on that. Like, I agree. Like, you need these like lower owned guys who people are going to be off of to take something down. I think Trent definitely fits that mold. Like, no CJ. I mean, CJ's back, so people will kind of assume Trent is the odd man out, sort of like I do. But yeah, if he has a game here, if he gets hot from 3, he could definitely be a guy that gets you there for a takedown. Yeah,
streaky 3-point shooter gets going. I feel like that's always a good route to a takedown. So I feel like Trent could be that guy too. Let's see. KJ says, I like Danilo Gallinari for takedowns. Has an insane peak.
I probably can't play Gallinari unless Capella is out. I think if Capella is out, I'm with you. Like Gallinari could have a huge game. He's had his big games in times that Capella has missed. So I think on the 3rd of March, he played Orlando. Capella missed that game. Gallinari started, played 40 minutes, got 52 fantasy points, and then obviously last game, Capella missed. Gallo played 28 minutes, got 31 fantasy points. So yeah, I wouldn't do it with Capella in just because the price tag has gone up. But if Capella's out, Gallo can definitely do that for you.
Lynn says, I think it's a question. Will Collins remain a lock if Capella is ruled out on FanDuel?
Yeah, Collins would definitely be a lock, I think, on FanDuel. DK as well. He's like around 6'5" on both sides. Matchup against Houston, which we love. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna play Collins if Capella is ruled out.
Okay, yeah, Matthew here confirms he is searching for those hidden gems, Chris. Trent, is he a hidden gem? Could be potential hidden gem.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Like similar to the Roby thing. I do like it.
Yeah, the hidden gems, you never know if it's a gem or not until after the game starts. That's the
I
whole
mean,
thing with the hidden gem.
that's the same as everyone. Like you don't know if SGA is gonna be a good play until the game's over.
With the hidden gems, it's a little bit, you got to dig a bit more. It's a little harder to see.
Yeah.
Um, Says obviously Clarkson or Conley can get hot from 3-2, but be unowned.
Yeah, people don't like to play the Jazz when they're healthy. But yeah, they could get hot. Their price tags are up, so I don't like to play them either when they're fully healthy. But yeah, they have ceilings for sure.
Yep. Let's get into the last game here. Minnesota Timberwolves, LA Lakers playing against each other. Minnesota side, we have Malik Beasley out for them. Jordan McLaughlin out. I think I said it right. Jaden McDaniels is in, and then Jarrett Culver doubtful for Minnesota. Projected starters: Rubio, Ant-Man, Layman, Catman, Vanderbilt. Who do you like there, Chris?
Yeah, there's no one really here for me. I never liked targeting the Lakers. They play pretty slow. Like Anthony Edwards, I like his game a lot. He's around 7K on both sides. He chucks the ball, so that's good for us in DFS. But yeah, I don't know. Like maybe Rubio on FanDuel 5.2K. I like that price tag. I think he's pretty sneaky. We've seen Rubio have ceiling games in the past. I think this is a pretty good matchup for him. But yeah, don't want to play Cat here. Like, don't want to spend up. I think he's going to be a very low owned spend up. So if you want a low owned spend up in tournaments, don't mind Cat. But yeah, I'm not too interested here in the Timberwolves.
Yeah. Okay, LA Lakers, then some questions, then the three key plays, then the core plays, then some lineup construction. Then also I think we have Matthews' really low salary lineup to go over too, so I'm curious about that. And we also have the highlight reel to go through, so lots of stuff coming up. But yeah, last game here, last team, we have Lakers, so Alex Caruso out, Marc Gasol out, Kostas out. Kuzma, Markieff Morris, and LBJ all have a probable tag. Projected starters: Dennis Schroeder, Caldwell Pope, LeBron James, Markieff Morris. Always mixes me up, Markieff or Marcus Morris, but it's Markieff Morris and Damian Jones there. Who do you like on the Lakers, Chris?
Yeah, so these guys are probable back to back, like a few people have said. I'm going to treat everyone here like they're playing until I hear otherwise, if that happens. So, I mean, LeBron's one of my favorite spend ups. He's 10.4K on FanDuel, 10.5 on DK. I think he's a really good play, really solid. Like the matchup here against the Timberwolves a lot. Obviously, no AD, no Caruso, so LeBron's going to have the ball in his hands more. He's definitely one of my favorite spend ups on both sites. More of a cash game spend up. Don't love it in tournaments. This game could easily blow out. So, yeah, don't love it in tournaments, but I really like it in cash games on the back end of a back-to-back here. And then the rest of these guys are more in play on DK. So, guys like Montrezl Harrell, 6.2K. Obviously, you have more flexibility on DK with your positions. So, on FanDuel, he's 6'6", but he's center. We have Moses Brown there, who's just insane value. On DK, we can play them both. So, that's where I like to play Montrez. I think he's a good play here against the Timberwolves. He's had some big games in his past three, averaging around 40 fantasy points in his last three, so that's definitely been good. Seems to always play better when Gasol is out, so I like that. And then THT, we saw him have the huge game yesterday, went up and put 18 points, 10 assists, so he got 38 fantasy points. So yeah, without Caruso there, he gets a bump. He's kind of the main ball handler on the second unit when LeBron and Schroeder are sitting. So don't mind him for value there on DK for 3.6K. I think that makes for a solid play. Really like that piece as a value play in tournaments as well, just because I think he has a lot of upside for a ceiling. We saw it yesterday, like I said, went for 38. So I do like that I do like THT as a value piece in tournaments.
Okay, let's see some chat here. Dinda says hidden gems merch. We need some merch, Chris. We definitely need something. We need a hoodie, t-shirt, or something. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think first? Hoodie, t-shirt?
Both.
We need it. We need something. I would wear it during the show. I think it'd be fun. We could do it for giveaways too. I think that'd be fun. So we got Bam confirmed playing, assuming starting too. So I was saying starting, but just confirmed playing. Avery Bradley confirmed out. Hero Vincent also in for the Heat. Temple out. Christian Wood out, and Danwell House also out. Chris.
Yeah. So big thing there is House out. He was questionable, but he's out. So it kind of got the same Houston rotation as we had in the past few games.
Yep. What else? Matthew says this could be a good scrub game with back-to-back here. The Lakers, Minnesota, Chris.
Yeah, definitely could. Like THT, if this game blows out, THT should have another big game here. But I do like LeBron here, so I mean, I hope it doesn't blow out.
Yeah, Matthew says, imagine getting a low-owned 70-burger Jimmy gets buckets Butler, Chris.
Definitely possible. He's just been crushing it. Like I said, I prefer him on DK. FanDuel 11K, just too much. But yeah, go for it on DK.
We have the Houston starters. Do you want me to read those, Chris? So we have Kevin Porter Jr., Victor Oladipo, Sterling Brown, and Jayshawn Tate, and Justin Patton.
Yeah, so that's same as last game. Yeah, I mean, still good plays there. Favorite guys are Porter, Oladipo, and obviously KJ Martin off the bench.
Yep. Royal King says, what does randomness do? Let me show you quickly. So if you just build with no randomness here, 20 lineups, default projections, no settings changed or anything. I don't know if the projections will change while I do this, but you're going to get the same lineups every single time here. So, I mean, you explain it, Chris. You like the randomness setting. We changed it a bit recently, the way it works. So,
yeah, I mean, if you set it at 10%, easy example I can give. If you have a player with a projection of 10 and you set the randomness at 10%, that means that you're going to get a plus or minus 10% difference to that player's projection in every single build. So like I said, if the player has a projection of 10, you'll get a difference of plus or minus 1 point because 10% of 10 is 1. So you'll get a difference of plus or minus 1 point in every build. So if you locked a guy in and he had a projection of 10, in each lineup, he could have like 9, he could have 9.3, he could have 10, he could have 10.2, 10.9. Any number in that range that you set, and then with randomness it just does it to everyone.
Yeah, so it doesn't necessarily mean 10 though, right? It could be anything from 0 to 10, right? In either direction, plus or minus.
Well, if we set it at 10%, then it's a difference of 1 because if the player has a projection of 10.
Wait, so is it plus or minus? Is it within that range, or is it always 10%?
Well, we have it at 10, so it's always going to be plus or minus 10%.
Got it.
It's not like, yeah, it could be anywhere in between. It could be 1%, it could be plus 2%, it could be plus 2%. It's not going to just be plus 10%, plus or minus 10%. It's in between.
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to clarify that. So right now, so all these guys here, they all have their base projections. This was without setting that randomness, but you can see here, if we just put it at 10%, for example, 10% randomness, you hit build, all these guys are going to have different projections here, anywhere within that range of plus or minus 10% or whatever you set it at. So if we just open up, who do we have? We have Trae Young here in the first one, Trae Young here in the third one. So you can see here, first lineup, his projection was 39.66. Second time we ended up with Trae Young, his projection was 40.59. Fourth time, 43.86. Fifth time, 47.02. So it's never the same. Could be, but usually not. So whatever your range is, that's what it's going to change every player's projection. So there's two things you can do actually on that randomness setting. You can set this global randomness level. So if you set it here in the sidebar in the optimizer settings, that's going to do it for every single player, 10%. But then if you also want to change individual players, you can also do that as well. So let's just say there's a guy, like, I don't know, the way I use it is if there's a guy, like I did it with John Collins the other day. Let's just say there's a guy like BI here, for example. We have him at 15% here, even though the randomness is at 10. So if we put Ingram in here, you can actually also adjust his individual randomness over here. So let's just put it like 25, for example. There we go. So right now, 20 lineups, we only ended up with 15% BI. I'm not sure if we'll notice a difference here if we just do 20, but yeah, so with the 20, what did I put at, 25 randomness for BI, you can see that we have them a bit more here, so 40% BI, for example, and you can do that with as many players as you want, so you can actually override the global one for a few players if you want to just do them and do some randomness for them. So I kind of like that as well. Any strategy from you, Chris, or maybe some input on how you might use randomness yourself?
Well, I mean, it's pretty random. Like, it's supposed to be random. It's supposed to give you guys that won't necessarily pop for you too much, or the opposite, they're popping too much, it'll give you less of them. So I mean, I pretty much use it as a randomness tool. Like, I don't have too much thought into it. I usually set the number at somewhere between 10 to 25%, 10 to 30%, depending on the sport, and then see how the build looks. If I like it, if I feel like I'm getting too much random stuff, I'll lower it. If I feel like I'm not getting enough, I'll raise it. So I mean, it really depends.
Yeah, I mean, you could see here every time, like, it's a little bit different. Like the first two times with the Ingram one, we had him around 40%. The last one, it was like 20%. This one's 45%. So obviously, like a guy like BI, 20% swing up or even 10% swing up would make him like a really good play. So that's going to jam him in. And then if it's a 20% swing down, 10% swing down, obviously that's not going to be good enough for him in most lineups. But yeah, you got to keep in mind that every single player will be randomized if you have it here. So definitely a good tournament setting. I like it a lot. But let's set that back to 0. Let's reset Ingram. Give me a sec. Okay, what else do we got? Sterling Brown has sucked so much lately from Matthew, Chris. Yeah,
I'm not too high on Sterling Brown. Yeah.
Okay, then we got hidden gems from Matthew, Lonzo Ball, and Bogdanovich on Atlanta could also be hidden gems.
I like the Lonzo one. That's pretty sneaky.
Yep. Yeah, let's do your three favorite plays here, Chris. We also have Nwaba. I don't know if that's new. I forgot, but Nwaba also out for Houston.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, so he was playing. He was in the rotation. So that is pretty big. Bumps up KJ Martin for sure. Bumps up Porter as well. So yeah.
We already had him at 0 though. Was he out for a while or?
Well, he's kind of been. It's kind of been weird. Like they said he was going to miss extended time, and then he played a few times. He was already out today, but he played the last 2 games.
Got it. Matthew says he thinks they want to trade Nwaba.
Yeah, I mean, they got to trade a bunch of people.
Also got update Ben McLemore, questionable as well.
So he's not. Oh yeah, Ben McLemore. Yeah, game time decision.
Yeah, but let's do your three plays for the day, Chris. So first one, overall favorite, safest play of the day here on FanDuel. Who do you have?
I'll start with Ben Simmons here, 8.2K on FanDuel. I think that's a really good price tag for him, so I'll say him.
Okay, value play on FanDuel. Who do you have?
I'll go Kenyon Martin, 3.5K. Not sure why they didn't price him up. Just a free square here on FanDuel.
Okay, and then tournament play of the day on FanDuel. Who do you got?
Go with my boy Roby.
Since when is he
I'm
your
playing
boy?
cash games. I like Roby a lot in tournaments.
Since when is Roby your boy?
Been talking about him a lot today.
Okay. He's been my boy since I like the Vucevic crossover. I think I brought up the Vucevic reaction once. The first time they played, he kind of schooled Vucevic a bit. Vucevic was surprised, so I like Roby. But yeah, DK, Chris, overall play of the day here, favorite one. Who do you have?
I'll say LeBron James here. Obviously, you get the triple-double bonus on DK, 10.5K. I like that a lot.
Okay, value play here on DK. Who do you have?
Let's go with Moses Brown.
Okay, and then tournament play on DK. Who's your guy there?
Tournament play on DK. Yeah, I'll say Roby again. I have Brown as my value play. I don't mind playing them together. Roby can play the 4. We saw it last game. They were playing together a little bit. So I'll say Roby here as well.
Okay. Let's see. Matthew's saying, think about Nwaba, saying if he thinks Houston wants to trade Nwaba. He says, will they ever trade Drummond to the Knicks, Nets, or Lakers?
I mean, yeah, I think they will before the deadline. There's no reason for the Cavs to keep him. He's expiring. So I think they'll either trade him or buy him out. I don't think many people want him, though, or many people don't want to give up any value for him.
We need to send Drummond to a team where he can be their go-to guy. That's what I want to see. That's where Drummond is the best.
Well, like every team he's been on in the past.
Yeah, maybe bring him back to Detroit or something. That'd be nice. What else? Do you have Roby over Pokashevsky, Chris?
In tournaments, sure. In cash games, definitely Pokashevsky.
Okay. Let's quickly check that lineup that we got from Matthew here. So it was Satoransky, Noel, THT, Quickly, or Bullock, Martin, Porter, Tony Bradley. Is this FanDuel, Chris? I think so.
No. Did you say Noel or Nerlens Noel or Jalen Noel?
Guess I don't know. Got Noel.
How's it spelled?
Jalen Noel.
Oh yeah, then it's probably FanDuel then. Actually, I don't know what it is, but yeah, I don't know. Like you don't have any studs. That's the thing. But I mean, it could be fun to play in a free contest and then compare it. I would probably say gets you around maybe 200, 230 points, 220 points.
Let's see. I'm just going to put it in here so you can take a look at it. Got Martin, Porter, Bradley. So we got Kevin Porter, KJ Martin. Wait, what? We got Porter? Which Porter?
Kevin Porter for sure.
My bad. I saw 2 Porters. I was wondering. Who else do we have here? Kuzma and Moses. I think I missed one.
Yeah, Bradley.
Okay. Yeah, boom. What do you think?
Projecting for 240. Yeah, so we have optimals projecting for almost 100 points more today. How much salary is there remaining? 20K? Yeah. 19.2K? Yeah, I mean, it's definitely sneaky here for sure.
This is the sneakiest thing I've ever seen or heard of. This is unheard of. This is unprecedented. The sneakiness levels in this lineup here. Oh my god. Who was that guy? What was his name? Who wanted to leave salary on the table? You would love this one. Remember?
Reggie.
Yeah, Reggie would love this one. Let's see. Austin says Lowell Brown and Bradley in Opto 2. Matthew's going to play it in a nickel. Let's see. Dinda says saw Blake Duncan on playground in Brooklyn.
Blake is 6'10". He should be able to dunk. he's 6'10" and professional athlete.
Yeah, I mean 6'10", like, come on. You should be able to dunk. No, that's really tall.
He can still dunk. He's dunked a few times.
How much effort do you need to dunk at 6'10"? Like, it's got to be, like, marginal effort, like, no effort.
Probably a little bit. I don't know. But he can definitely dunk. He's a world-class athlete.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you're 6'10", though, like, and you play any sport or have played any sport, like, I don't think you need that much effort to dunk. Like,
yeah, maybe not.
I don't think so. Let's see. If blowouts, it does better. Oh, yeah, that lineup, Chris. If blowouts, it does better.
Yeah, of course.
How many minutes do you project for Moses, Chris? I'm guessing that's Moses.
Moses Brown. Let me see. If I had to guess, I would probably say around 28. Let me see what we have him at. We have him 26. So, I mean, he doesn't need a lot to get there. Like, he's pretty good point per minute. Like I said, we love targeting bigs against the Bulls. But yeah, we have him for around 26.
Okay. You got 3 guys here in your core. Build.
Oh, let me fix that. So we got the news with what's his name? We got all that Rockets news. So no House, no Nwaba today. So I kind of want to take SGA out of there. There's some builds with Oladipo that I like at shooting guard. So let me do that real quick. Let's see.
Okay. Brandon Lee says, for DK cash, do you like Opto 1 or 2 better? I guess we'll get into that in a second. Matthew says, can you win without Benjamin Simmons tonight? I feel like you can always win without Benjamin Simmons.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But you have Simmons here in your core, Chris. Are you still adding?
Yeah, I just replaced SGA with Moses Brown.
So 3 guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Build. Removed SGA. Wow, and it sent it into the Discord too, so everyone saw that there as well, yeah?
Yep.
That's cool. Yeah, which ones do you want to go over, Chris? I see some LBJ here. I see some Zion there.
Yeah, so let's go over the first 2. Yeah, so the second one I was kind of on all day. First one just kind of shot up with the news that House is out, with the news that Nwaba is out as well, or not news, but that definitely helps them. And then obviously Benny Mac is still questionable. So yeah, this Rockets lineup kind of shot up. So I'll go over the players that we have in both. So we have Trae Young, 9K here. I think that's a really good price tag for Trae Young going up against the Rockets. Yeah, I'm excited to play him. Haven't gotten to play him too many times this season, so I like this matchup against the Rockets. Ben Simmons, 8.2K, have him in my core. No Embiid, he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot. Emmanuel Quickly, 5'2", free square, pretty much without Rose and Peyton most likely. So yeah, I like that a lot. KJ Martin or Kenyon Martin here, 3.5K, free square as well. And then we have... Oh, you actually did it wrong. So we have Tobias Harris in both lineups. 7.8K.
Yeah.
He's a good play there as well. No Embiid. He's probably gonna be their main option. Simmons is gonna have the ball in his hands more. Tobias Harris is gonna be their main option. So I like that. And then Moses Brown, 4.2K against the Bulls. I like that a lot. So we have a 3v3. Oladipo, Kevin Porter, Zion versus SGA, LeBron, and Tony Bradley. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was on the second side more earlier in the day. I think now with this Houston news, I'm going to assume that Benny Mac doesn't play today. So, I mean, if Kevin Porter's shot is on, that's just way too cheap for him. 6K. He's been chucking ever since John Wall has been out. We have Oladipo also, who's been chucking. I like the matchup against Atlanta as well. I don't think they're going to blow the Rockets out, or at least not enough so that they don't play. I mean, I don't think they're going to blow them out so the Rockets don't play in the fourth quarter, anything like that. Maybe the last 3 minutes or so. And then we get Zion 8.4 against the Blazers, which I really like. So, yeah, I'm on the first side right now.
Got it. Roy King says, wait, is SGA out? Not out. Out of the core, though, right, Chris? Yeah.
Out of the core, I like this lineup, the first lineup that doesn't have SGA. That's why I removed him.
Got it. Okay, DK time. Do you have your cores up here?
Yep.
Okay, got D Rose out today as well, Chris.
As expected.
Clint Capella also questionable again, so we have that one. Let's see if there's anything in the tweet. It just says game time decisions. Okay, let's lock these guys in. Build. Let's see the comments here. Matthew says loading up on the Bulls could be sneaky as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to play Zach LaVine. That's the only thing. I'm fine with the other guys. I love Satoransky on DK. Have him locked here. Markkanen, I also like him a lot on both sites. I think he's my second favorite Bull. But yeah, not too high on LaVine.
Okay. I thought we had Nwapa out. We gotta mark him as out, Chris, because I think we got his projection up to 8 again from 0.
Oh, that's weird. I have him as 0 here. Let me just see. It should be 0 now. Can you check? There. You got the bell.
Yeah, now he's 0. The bell. Okay, the all-knowing bell. Yeah, which ones do you like here, Chris?
Yeah, so let's look at the first two as we always do.
When do we ever go away from the first two, Chris?
Some nights. Usually when there's injury news that breaks on the show. But yeah, so we have Satoransky here. I locked him in 3.6K. He's going to start for Kobe White. Played 26 minutes last game, so I like that price tag a lot. So I like that. Emmanuel Quickly, 5.8K. Really good price tag here as well. No Peyton, no Rose, same as on FanDuel. Ingram, we have him in both here, 8.1K. He's cheaper than Zion here on DraftKings. So I think Zion is like 8.9K, maybe 9K here on DK. Ingram's 8.1, so I definitely don't mind that play against the Blazers. Moses Brown, have him in both lineups. Pretty much a free square here on DK. LeBron James, 10.5K. We have more value guys, so we can fit LeBron easier here on DraftKings. Then we have this 3v3, Jaylen Brown, Pokuševski, Montrezl Harrell versus Lauri Markkanen, Tony Bradley, SGA. Yeah, I mean, I like the first side here. Like, I don't love Jaylen Brown as a play. I don't love that it locks us into the first game. But I feel a little safer with it. Like, I like Harrell a lot here against the Timberwolves. I like Pokuševski for value. Second side, Markkanen. He's a decent play. I just don't feel too safe with it. SGA 8.8K. I really like him as a play. I just think 8.8 is a little bit of a reach. So I mean, you could say the same thing with Jaylen Brown for 7.9K. It's probably a little bit of a reach as well. But yeah, I think overall I like the first lineup here better.
Okay. Yeah, we got some news here on Bam. Can just go over it. It says available regular minutes, but will not play in long stretches. As in no 12-minute stint, so he's not playing the entire quarter.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything to me.
Okay.
What was the back to that? Can you go back to that?
Oh, go back, yeah.
What was that? Oh, it changed. There was some LeBron James news on the right. It was like LeBron James, part owner of the Red Sox.
Really?
Yeah, it's different now.
Yeah. Austin says, can we get an audible bell?
That would be annoying. You would have like 60 rings per hour.
Yeah, be a lot. I mean, could always add it if we wanted it. Is a setting default off? Turn it on just for Austin?
Ding. That would be annoying.
Yeah. Even like desktop notifications, I feel like would be a lot as well. If you're like, they like tally up real fast. He was kidding, Chris. You got
Yeah. I know he was. I sort of knew he was kidding. That's why I said it was annoying. I mean, it would be annoying.
Matthew says Bama's back, not a minutes limit. Kelly, oh suck. Yeah, I mean, you said you're not concerned about Bam's minutes, Chris. What does that tweet mean though? Like, can you decipher it for us?
Like you pretty much did. It just means he's not going to play the entire quarter.
So it doesn't mean much.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. What else? KJ says Rockets are pretty slim today. People are going to get minutes. Jaden says Capella in tournaments or Rudy Gobert on FanDuel.
Capella or Gobert. I'll take Capella there. Just take Capella also because if he's out, you can swap. Gobert locks in the first game. So take Capella there. I like Capella a lot.
Okay. Let's see. Austin says, yeah, it happened today, Chris. So you did read that right. Royal King says he's part owner. Royal King says, you think Moses Brown is safe in a single game entry?
Yeah, for sure. I play a bunch of single entry. I'm assuming that's single entry. I think in single game as well, he would be really good. But yeah.
And then Le Guen's Dort, Chris, is out today.
Yeah. We just got that news. I'm curious to see who they start. I would assume it's going to be Pokashevsky. So that just means I like this first lineup even more on DraftKings.
Yeah. Did you set it to 0, his projection, or was that the automated system?
No, I set it to 0.
Nice.
For the guys to set to 0, I have to confirm it. So, yeah.
Got it. K-Love out as well. Let's open up this. Should I mute it or no? I don't know how loud it's going to be. I don't think it's too loud. Let's watch it. You ready, Chris?
Yeah.
Brunson up on Lou Williams. Finney Smith extends his defense.
This guy won you a
Kawhi
championship.
Now Leonard. A drive.
What's that supposed to mean?
Big time finish. Oh dear is right.
You should like him.
I do like him. What are you talking about?
Brunson up
Yeah,
on Lou
Kawasaki.
Williams. Finney Smith extends his defense against Kawhi Leonard. Now Leonard. A drive and a big
Is
time
that a good
finish.
dunk?
Oh dear is
You like
right.
Yeah, I liked it a lot when I saw it live.
Brunson up on Lou Williams. Finney Smith extends his defense against Kawhi Leonard. Now Leonard.
I mean, he's just big bone, big guy. I like him.
Same as KP.
Yeah, but Kawhi's stronger. KP's a twig. What are you talking about? KP is so injury prone. He's a twig. Got a message retracted. Haven't seen that since the Hasty days. Hasty's back though, but I haven't seen him in the show. I think he was busy the other day helping out Grandma. What else we got? Brent here says Pokashevsky, Roby, Brown, all starting for OKC, Chris.
Oh, we got the starting lineup. Oh, we also got
Theo Maledon, SGA, Pokashevsky, Roby, and Brown.
We also got news that Andy Dalton signed with the Chicago Bears.
Nice. That's huge, right, Chris?
Yeah, so Gilgeous-Alexander, Maledon, Pokashevsky, Roby, Brown. Yeah, so Roby becomes an even better play. Wouldn't be surprised to see him pop into a few optimals as the slate gets closer to lock. Pokashevsky, love him here as well. Maledon, not really. Gilgeous-Alexander, still like him a lot. But yeah, this just basically means that Roby's more in play. Brown, still a great play. Pokashevsky, more in play as well. SG, still a great play.
Oh my god. Espo says, Chris, you got screens on the ceiling or something? It's like...
Yeah, when I look at the top when I look at the top of that screen, it looks like that.
Chris has like the dental office set up. He's got like on his bed, he's got like a screen above there as well. He's just fully reclined all the time, looking up in the ceiling. Inspired by the dental office. Mine's not that bad. Mine's above my monitor, but it's not. He's got like a, I don't know how many inch, like a giant TV. So like you gotta look up to see that. But mine's just a regular computer monitor, so mine's not too bad. Let's see. Espo says you guys need to put the NBA logo on that. Yeah, on this streamable probably. Hasty's in here says awesome show, lads. What's up, Hasty? Good to see you. C. Davis here. Clemens says hello, guys. Enthusiastic today. He says RJ Barrett, good play. Do you like RJ, Chris?
I'm fine with RJ. I kind of prefer. I think Clement is a FanDuel guy, so kind of prefer paying 300 more to go to Kevin Porter Jr. and then other small forward Ken Martin there as a lock.
Yeah. What else?
You gotta do the giveaway.
Yeah, giveaway. So anyone in here, if you want to do the giveaway, just type anything at all in the chat now, just so we see who's in here. That's the only way I know if you're in the chat. So just type anything at all, and then I'll add you into this giveaway here. So let's do, what are we doing? 90 seconds, Chris?
Sure.
Okay, so 90 seconds. Once that is,
free monthly pass or weekly pass. Sorry.
Yeah, weekly. Let's just do this because there we go. Let's zoom in on it.
KJ says pink stick.
Pink stick. What is that?
He knows the formula. He always wins.
Yeah. What else do we have? Red Rifle. What?
Red Rifle
From Rondo. Dinda says Division Bell, great album. Yeah, it is. I listened to it the other time. I don't know who brought it up last time. Was it Dinda as well? Must have been Dinda. I listened to it that day. It was good. Good stuff. Brent says, so much value today. What do you think of the value today, Chris?
There's a lot.
Yeah. DFS value, DFS crunch value, lots of value. Let's see who else. Free monthly pass and a gift and a card gifted from Austin. No gift today, Chris. No Top Shot today. I think that's what he means.
I got my LaMelo Ball Top Shot.
Really? How?
I bought it. Oh, there's a pack coming soon. Let's see.
In 10 minutes?
Oh, it just says, I don't think there's a time. It says stress test coming soon.
Nice. I'm definitely stressed out for that, so it's working. Let's see. So we got 14 here. Got to remove some guys. So I think we're good. It's been a while, say. Hey, Chris?
Yep.
Remove Rondo. He's banned from the giveaways. Hasty's also banned from the giveaways. I think that's it. Do we have everyone? Let's customize it a bit. So let's switch the sound. We got Bollywood music, guys. We got funk the buzz music. We got funk music, fast piano, dubstep, drum and bass, dramatic music, Greek music. What are you thinking, Chris?
Greek music.
Okay, Greek music it is. 30-second spin wheel, like that. After the spin sounds, we got subdued applause, we got loud applause, we got fanfare, bell ringing, cymbals, old phone ringing, alarm clock, military trumpet, fireworks, basketball buzzer, hooray, children's hooray, read out the winning name. I like read out the winning name or basketball buzzer. Let's do read out.
Yeah, and then just so everyone knows, I think this Top Shot is in 9 minutes. So if you're a Top Shot guy, definitely get in there.
Yeah. Hopefully I think we'll wrap up before, so I'll get in there. Then says KP73 falls gently. Definitely not. He needs Boucher to train him. Like Boucher, I feel like after he's done with the league, he can train like all the bigs, all the skinny bigs, how to be a bit more durable, how to not get injured, how to fall. So I feel like you could do that.
By the way, you can join the drop now. So if you're a Top Shot guy, make sure you join it right now.
NBA. I'm a Top Shot guy, so I'm also gonna join it. Give me a second, guys. Mike's not in here. Let's add him. Mike.
Should we wait and see if we get it?
I mean,
Seven.
we could. How do you get in here? Packs?
On the main page.
Stress 5,000 packs left.
Yeah, but it's only 5,000, but they didn't announce it they only announced it just now, so hopefully not too many people in there.
Yeah, just the crunchers, guys. Everyone get in. Am I in it? Can I refresh? You can refresh the page, right?
Yeah, if you're in it, it's like it says join drop, and then you click that. And yeah.
Nice. Okay, let's hit spin. Yeah, stress test still means you got the regular pack. That's great music.
Do you think it's not Greek music?
Do you hear this?
A little bit. It's like Clemens.
Is it not? It's not reading it?
Clement Davis.
Yeah. But it's not reading it. I thought it was going to read the name.
Oh.
Man, that Greek music was a bit much. Got to get some, what's it called? Souvlaki now. Maybe some cooked feta cheese. What else? What else do we have there, Chris? We got calamari, Greek calamari. We got some lamb.
Gyro.
Yeah, with whatever that one is. It's at 35, is it? Is it 35, Chris? I see 35. Yeah, so we got Clement here. Got one more entry here. What is this? Shocky. But yeah, Clement, you know how to do it. So just send me a message in Discord. You're already in there. So just send me a message. Give me your email as well. And then I'll extend your subscription to include 7 days free. So just do that. I'll get you in there. I'll get that done. One more. Let's change the thing though. The music was a bit much. I mean, did you guys like the Greek music? What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, I couldn't really hear it, so I don't know.
Okay, we got, what else do we got? We got rock music, romantic music, opa.
I'm excited to see if, well, let's spin it after the Top Shot thing. Actually, we can spin it now, just so we can end after.
Well, let's pick our music. Are we just going to do Greek again?
You can decide with the people. I need to go use the washroom.
Okay.
Oh, Clint Capella's out.
Nice. So should we go over it again or nah?
No, we have the people in the optimizer, but I mean John Collins becomes a great play here. Gotta lock in John Collins.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Okay. Let's do dramatic music. Okay. Royal King's probably on the site looking at the settings as well. Hasty wants to see Chris pull a nice card live. Maybe I'll get it in too. I hope we get some other crunchers in there. I think we've had some good luck. Like John Cotter, I think he gets in every single time, so he's had some good luck as well with the top shots. Want it as the bell audible. Could do that. Let's see. Chainsaw music. I think there is chainsaw. There's spooky music. Grunge. Happy Bee. Surf pop, spaceship. Let's do dramatic. Let's try that. What else? Collins on FanDuel. I'm assuming I gotta check, but he's probably a good play on both. Let's see. 6'5". What is he here? Actually, I don't play much DraftKings, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah, he's a good play on both sides.
Yeah. both sides, so that's good. Probably bump him up to what, like 37, 38 projection on FanDuel. That's what I would do myself. Not sure what the crunch machine's going to do, but I'd probably go 37 something.
You could just lock him in and see the builds we get. We can go over them quickly.
Okay.
And yeah, Hasty said he would like to see me pull one. I mean, I would like to see myself win a pack. I've been in many of these, never once gotten into the right Q range to get a pack. All my top shots have been bought through the marketplace, unfortunately.
Yeah. Gallo in play, woohoo from Leighton, Chris. What do you think of that?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I mean these lineups look solid as well. You locked John Collins, so we're getting a ton of him. Don't want to go over them, but yeah, these are solid for sure. And then what do we have on DK if we lock him?
DraftKings, yeah, here.
Yeah, so same sort of thing. Like these are very solid as well. Yeah, definitely like it.
Nice. Let's do the spin. Let's reduce the time to maybe 15 because that was too much Greek music. And then, what do you think, Chris? Should we do Greek again? Just do Greek for the day.
Sure.
And then I don't know why I didn't read the name, but we'll try that again. Okay, let's go. So we got Shocky in here.
Straight out of Toronto.
Straight out of what?
Toronto.
What is?
Leighton F.
Oh, yeah, we got Leighton. I didn't add just. Oh my God, he's right. What do we do about that one, Chris?
For Justin?
Yeah,
Did he tell you to add him?
I think so. Or he just said at Garry. I mean, Justin, where have you been? Was he sleeping? Like we had the 2-minute countdown. What do we do, Chris?
We'll do it tomorrow with Justin. Did you get your place in the queue yet?
No, did you?
Almost.
How about we'll give Justin 2 entries tomorrow. Double it up. I think that's fair. Yeah, two entries. But yeah, Leighton, you know how to do it as well. Send me a DM on Discord, and then I can do that for you. And yeah, I'm sorry about that, Justin. I was just too excited about the music, Greek music, thinking about Greek food, thinking about Top Shot. So I got 44,000th place.
I got 80,000. I mean, I'm the worst with this.
Yeah, so I don't think either of us are getting it. Did anyone else in here get it? I want to know that. Austin got 8,500, so 8,500. Not good enough, unfortunately.
Did Rondo get in?
Huh?
Is Rondo in here?
No, I don't know. What else?
I think he is.
We're getting some love for this music, Chris. People like this music.
Rondo got it.
Rondo?
Yeah.
Nice. Why are you face palming?
I mean, I'm telling all these people to join. They're getting good spots here. You got 3,600. I got 80,000. Yeah, kind of disappointing.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it is. Yeah, it's crypto. What can you do, Chris? Crypto Top Shots. Is raising Collins to 40 projection too much, Chris, from Mike?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Cannot wait to. Timothy says, cannot wait to play John Collins. Thanks to Capella being out. Agree. I love Collins tonight. Justin got 5,800. You think that's gonna be good enough? That could be. That's like borderline. Like you might still get it. Like it's not too bad.
Might still get it for sure.
Yeah. What What else? I think that's it for the show then, Chris. Anything you want to say to wrap it up before we wrap it up?
No, I mean, hopefully everyone has a good slate here. It's looking like it's going to be a fun one. We got the news. We got the Atlanta news, so I'm excited for sure. And we'll be back tomorrow, as always, 2.5 hours before the slate locks.
Yeah, you're always excited about the slate, about DFS. Questions. Isho says, do the Rockets have enough guys to play, Chris? I think they do. You said it before. You said all the teams added more players, right, from the G League because they could, right? Yeah, just to avoid that thing, I think. Timothy L says, love the core features on the site. Yeah, we got that in after. We had that before the All-Star break, but I think we polished it up right after the All-Star break, so it's good to go. We also have the Discord bot for that as well. Is Opto updated with the Collins projections? I assume so.
I'll get that done after the stream ends.
Yeah. Post your top shot wins in the Discord. I guess that's Rondo, so let's see what you get. But yeah, I think that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. As always, appreciate all the chat here. I'll be back at it tomorrow, 2.5 hours before main slate, as we do every single day, weekends as well. So every single NBA slate, every single day we're doing it. So if you're new here, you like the format today, be sure to subscribe, hit the bell button, hit all so you stay notified. You can see when we go live, but pretty straightforward, 2.5 hours before main slate. So be sure to do that. Before you go, if you haven't already, do hit the thumbs up. We do appreciate that. I think that's a good thing for the YouTube algorithm, so it does help us get new people in here, which is what we're trying to figure out how to do better. And then if you want to try out the optimizer, our projections that we've been using today throughout the show, every single day throughout the season, go to our site, dfscrunch.com, and click join DFS Crunch there or here. Select any of the duration billing periods we have here, weekly, monthly, yearly, whichever one you want. There is a free 3-day trial that's automatically applied to all new members, so you don't need a coupon code or anything. Not charged until after the 3rd day, so 72 hours from when you create it. It's absolutely free up until then. More than welcome to cancel it before the 3rd day, 72 hours, so easy stuff there. I do encourage anyone to try it out, even if you have no intention on paying for it. Just try it out for free if you haven't already, just so you know what our tool does, how it works. Just get the word out there. Try it out for free. And I think that's it, guys. We'll be back at it tomorrow, like I already said. We'll be in the Discord updating anything, if there is anything there. I think the core plays are now automatically updated, so don't really do that anymore. Do it in the tool, but you guys all see it in the Discord. Answering questions there, so we'll do that. But yeah, guys, see you all tomorrow. Good luck today, and thanks for tuning in.